I decided to do my presentation on the rising costs of college tuition prices. Um, some of the reasons that it's important is as students and young people, even if you don't choose to college, if you ever plan on having kids or if you have siblings, it's just really good information to know. This is a chart by College Board. I'm not going to go over specific numbers, but you can see like the increase as you look down the chart as the years go up. This is just some history and the change over time. So in the 1100s, the first universities were established in Europe, but after this time, degrees took a very long time to achieve, and a bachelor's degree required 6 years of enrollment. In 1796, Thomas Jefferson proposed an education system supported by taxes, and he opened the University of Virginia. In 1870, tuition at Harvard was only $150 per year, and this does sound really cheap, but today the price of $1 is less, so it was around $3,000, but that's still a lot cheaper than what you would spend today. And this is just, In the 1920s, college admissions really soared, and this was kind of the start of that whole inflated period that we're still in right now. This was just when it was not at its peak, but its start. In 1973, in today's dollars, college tuition for 1 year at a private college averaged $9,876, and tuition at an in-state public college averaged $2,175. In 1975, college tuition prices start to increase at a rate faster than inflation. Before 1975, tuition price increased with the rest of the economy, which was around 2 to 3% per year. But starting in 1975, tuition prices were increasing by 5 to 6% above inflation. In 1987, private schools averaged $12,800 per year and public schools $2,700, which is in relation to today's economy. In 2007, George Washington University was the first college to raise tuition to over $50,000 per year. In 2008, by this time, tuition rates have increased 439% since 1982, and student borrowing or loan taking has nearly doubled. 2009, average private colleges costed $25,143, and public class $6,585. In 2011, for the first time in history, colleges started to take in more money from tuition than they received from state funding. This was just kind of the big peak, and now we are still continuing in this because it's been a consistent trend. And then for the current event, I found an article by CBS by Kate Gibson. It basically talks about how private institutions occasionally have these things like resets, where they basically lower their costs by a lot to convince students to come to their schools. So that these students can see that even without a reset, tuition costs for private schools aren't actually sky high, because there's a lot more funding allocated. So schools like Albright College in Pennsylvania, they slash tuition up to 45% just to entice kids. But this does beg the question, if this can be slashed so much, why is the price so much to begin with?